And howdy, howdy, howdy.
All right, Tuesday. Welcome everybody to Taco Tuesday.
Live from the workbench was yours truly, Lone Star, and
Yes, me,
Mr.
Chris.
Dan Random.
Not to be confused with the other Chris, Sunrise Water Media. Every time I hear somebody say Chris, I'm like, huh? That's my
I
alter
don't
ego.
think anybody really knows you as Chris. Most everybody knows you as Dad or Dan Random.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's very weird to have some old guy that's about 10 years older than you call you dad, but that's I'm getting to be that old guy, so I'll take it. It's a compliment.
Old Ford UAV.
That'll work, and it's okay. I don't.
Well, we're going to rename your channel, Old Ford UAV.
Yeah, I'm not going to be fully responsible for that remark, but I'll take it. I watched a little bit last night of the stream last. Whose stream is that? The Johnny Drone Flyer stream? I don't know whose is it.
Yeah, it was Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yeah. Listening a little bit, listening to the. I don't know if I can sling it like that, like those guys. Those guys find they find the ability to just expand into a lot of areas where I just couldn't expand. So I'm glad somebody can do it. But it was still good to pop in.
Yeah, and
a lot of knowledge, a lot of GPS.
Don't make Johnny Drone Flyer mad at you. He makes people go away.
Yeah.
He's an undertaker.
I'm not going to make Johnny Drone Flyer mad. No, I was actually interested. I watched him.
Actually, I call him Johnny Low Flyer.
Yeah, he's a good pilot.
Yeah.
Putting up with Ron Brown and was it Curtis? Who's Idaho quadcopter. Yeah. So I watched Idaho quadcopter fly his FEMI X8 over the Snake River Canyon today. It actually had good video.
That is one cool location.
It's a good location. It was a really bright day, so I think any camera would struggle with that bright sunlight, and that's what I struggle with. And there was no ND, so there's really nothing. There's no dynamic range except for the only thing that I wished he would do is get down there in the canyon, go to the bottom of the canyon where you can see stuff and get in that water. It's pretty down there. If I had the Avata, I'd fly it down in there. The problem would be flying it out because you want to be the opposite. You want to be at the low end and fly up and then fly back. So you'd be at the low end of your power curve trying to get back up the canyon. I guess you could hit but yeah, interesting. I'm trying to get out more. See what people are up to.
But let's say hello to the good folks in the chat here. We had one vision aerial. So if I sound a little freaking messed up right now, it's because I lost some. I got in a fight with a bear and lost a couple of teeth in the process. So I'm going to sound a little screwed up right now.
The Tooth Fairy is going to leave him a whole bunch of money. Going to leave me a whole one. I gotta fish a wire. Give me pardon me for a second. I'm weird. I'm wigging out on my live stream setup. So I'm really weird about it right now.
He's getting on his knees, crawling under his desk. We'll just leave it at that. I'm going to say hello to a couple more people while you do that. So yeah, Dustin is here.
Wigging out.
Sunrise Chris is here. Yellow Rose Lee is here. And then the other Lee McCready is here. And who else do we have?
Welcome. It's good to see you guys. It makes for a quick week, a faster week when we get together.
And eat more possums in the house. We all need to eat more possum.
Eat more possum.
And just as an announcement now, next week's stream will be a giveaway.
Oh, good.
Because I finally got some hats.
Oh, wow. Yeah, hats. Ooh, look at that. That's nice.
Now, these are printed. The one I'm wearing is actually embroidered, but these are printed.
Here, let's go full screen there.
Because you had to say that.
I'm going full screen.
There we go.
There we go. Get it up. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Up in that fancy camera of yours.
Snapback. I don't care too much for the green on the side, but I guess it is what it is.
Oh, the green on the bill.
Yeah. But I will be giving one of these away next week's stream.
That is a nice hat.
You have to be present to win. And those who just want to buy some, go on the channel homepage. You'll find a link for the hats. Actually, there should be a link in the description too. Yep. Link in the description.
Lincoln in the description.
But
I like when
that will be next week's giveaway.
I like when people show a picture of Abraham Lincoln when they say Lincoln in the description.
Sunrise is driving but listening, going to sell his phone.
Going to sell my phone. What are you selling?
Ain't nobody giving you money for an iPhone these days.
Going to sell my phone is okay. So are you texting and driving? It must be working. Oh, he must be selling another phone because he's got his new phone that he's texting and driving with, and his other phone is basically Pixel 5a. Okay.
Are we on Pixel 7 by now or something?
Yeah, but that was one of the first ones, isn't it? The Pixel 5 it seems like doesn't seem like it's been that long with the Google Pixel phones. I'm not totally it would make sense. Everything else I use is Google. Makes no sense that the only Apple thing I use is my phone. Everything else is PC or Google. I don't do anything that is matching.
Yeah, no. Sunrise is hardcore Apple guy. So is Kelly. So when I go up there on the first Friday streams, everything is Apple. So I'm the lone wolf. I'm bringing my Windows laptop.
Yes, I am everything but consistent. Dad random for dang sure. I like it that way though. Everything's new.
But so we got some news out of the rumor mill, and I know you got some stuff to share on that. So if you want to throw that up, then I'll put it on the screen.
I'll share. I'll do a screen share. That probably will make it the biggest. Either way, it's fine. I can. So which one do we want to do? We want to look at the. Let's look at the guy first. Because there's a lot. It's like a puzzle. I like looking at the image first. So let's look at the picture. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this over for you so then you can present it probably in the most functional way here. But this is the Twitter feed a lot of us basically have seen. There's two pictures that are very telling. This is one of them. And this is obviously a person using a radio. Looks like he look like he's using
That's a Radio Master TX16.
and he's flying a quadcopter, which nobody can do yet with the goggles too.
Yeah.
So obviously he's got the new air unit, whatever he's flying.
Yep.
And that's what that picture is telling us. It's saying, hey, this new air unit's coming out and he's flying with the new DJI goggles. So interesting.
And it looks like the Power Drone edition of the TX16.
And he's flying what protocol?
Looks like Crossfire.
Crossfire, yeah. But that I was really excited when I saw that, and of course it came with. He basically said, "I'm excited to get. I haven't been able to, to post lately because I've been busy." And of course, this picture came up, and I'm like, "All right, so we're going to be seeing this new air unit very soon," which gets me really excited because I have a whole bunch of things I can stick that thing in. And to me,
you can't afford it.
Yeah, we'll see. Exactly. That's the next issue is what is this going to cost us? Because I'm guessing that they're going to do the same thing Walksnail did. They're going to have a couple of versions of that air unit. There'll probably be a standard air unit and maybe a light version, maybe not.
Well,
that's my guess is that they'll try to eat up the competition and try to get everybody to put their digital system on the sub 250s, and then of course the heavier, which is not very heavy and what I'm looking forward is to fly with some stabilized video. That's what I'm looking to do. No external camera. Because
external camera on what?
Whatever that air unit is, it's the only thing that I'm going to be flying with. It's not going to have anything strapped to it. With the exception of something maybe like that. That's actually another discussion I want to have today is I finally seen some video with the new hey Steve. Steve's come to visit me. With the new small version of the GoPro. And
11 mini.
Yeah, and to me it hasn't beaten this.
Well,
there's nothing in that video that told me that it was worth $400. Not one thing.
Well, then Flywoo's got a naked version going for $600.
It's insane. I mean, who the heck can afford flying anymore? That's my question.
Well, I mean, shoot, you'd looking at this air unit, you'd talking $250, $300 for it.
Heck. But if it takes care of the camera problem and all we're doing is stabilizing it, if it has gyro data in it, or it basically stabilizes it with native software or whatever, however they go about this, I just don't want to have to strap anything on and screw up a already light drone except for putting on a new
Yeah.
air unit. I mean, I want to be able to record out of the goggles and record into a SD card, just like the Avata, which is basically what this thing has got to be doing. And that's kind of my dream product. There is no external camera. Not that I wouldn't still do it on a heavier drone. I'd still, if I want to improve the video, but I'm getting some pretty good video as it is. I look back at some of the footage, especially
Yeah,
stuff with a lot of color.
that whole camera thing is why I went to Walksnail, because you have onboard recording.
Right. That's
Even on the little boot board,
they're going to
there's
eat their
8
young,
gigs
man.
of recording space.
DJI is
And
going
yet
to have
you can shoot it
walk
through
snail for
the
dinner.
float. Pardon?
DJI is going to eat walk snail for dinner here pretty soon. They're killing us. I tweeted out today how these goggles too. Let's go to the other picture here. Let me put the goggles up there. Okay. The freaking goggles light. I get screwed once again because once again I paid $100 or $150 or whatever these things are going to cost. These will probably be $399 or some unreal number, and they just will have minus a touchpad. Who gives a crap? And what's the other thing? No touchpad and I don't know how they were going to do that with the no D-pad. Forget what obviously it's going to have
unless these new goggles are compatible with the old Air units and Vista units, they're not going to sell.
Well, they're proprietary, of course.
If they're not compatible with the old Vistas and the new and the old Air unit, it's a dead horse.
Okay. This is a reply by Deals Drone. The O3 Air unit can use DJI goggles too also.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The O3 Air unit, which is the new Air unit,
Right,
will be compatible with the goggles too. The Avata is compatible with the goggles too. What about the Vistas? What about the old Air units?
we'll remove the touchpad and the head tracking. Oh wow, head tracking. I have not tried head tracking at all. That's just too
Hand
many
tracking
moving.
only works with the dildo stick or motion stick or whatever that
Right.
thing is called.
Too many moving parts. But of course, this isn't going to go backwards. Nobody's gonna want it to go backwards. But once again, we're going to be in a dilemma.
So why would I stick a $250 Air unit if I can have it for less than half and not have to worry about weights? Because I have news for you guys. That 250 gram thing is going to be a hard limit. Because I don't know if anybody has paid attention, but FAA released, watch out, rent coming up. I'm going to warn you right now. But the FAA released their specifications to who can be a CVO. In order to be recognized CVO, you have to be a 501c. You have to have officers, membership dues, charters, the whole 9 yards. You can't just be a club. you have to be an IRS registered entity, which brings a whole slew of crap to go with it. Now,
Yeah,
one of my hopes was our meetup group to make that a CBO and create a freer out there at the lake where we can at least fly. But if you look at the regulations for CBOs, not happening.
well, that takes away from the idea of, hey, we're here for the little guy, and that's, it just, once again, the little guy has to go find himself a big guy to go freaking, hang their nutsack on, basically.
So you either gonna have to get on board with the AMA, or maybe the FPV Freedom Coalition will come up with something where you can have chapters.
Well, that would be helpful if you could do a sub chapter of something bigger. And then, but that, it's an extra step, but that would be a solution, a possible solution, if you could get within a.
But again, you're looking at membership dues, you're looking at guidelines, you're looking at charters. There's going to be training. I mean, you got to have a training program for your pilots. Your pilot has to be able to maneuver his aircraft without goggles. So first you got to set up a course where an FPV pilot can fly his FPV without having goggles on, in a pattern. I mean, it's a good thing. Most FPV pilots can't do that. But, I mean, you got to have all this crap done and documented. And, I mean, they're starting to apply the same freaking rules for Boeing 747 on our little freaking piss-end drones.
Yeah, it's getting to be old. It really
maintenance records and Jesus.
It's getting to be a large pain in the arse for sure. So, and the problem.
Carolina Air Shot, Saudi. Sorry, didn't mean to ignore you.
Yep, Carolina Air Shots. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we're just.
AMA is a joke. Yep, I'm with you on that.
And we're trying to weed through a bunch of different things, but one leads to another, and
yeah. So new air unit is supposed to be imminent. So maybe for Black Friday, they want to get it out for the holiday season. I guarantee you that.
Well, I'm gonna replace one of my drones with the new air unit. That's for sure.
Yeah,
probably Mr. Croc.
You probably have to sell one of your drones in order to afford the damn air unit.
Exactly. One of them. Holy crap!
And then you got to buy like a 7-incher that can carry the weight. What I find absolutely hilarious was that piece that Matt Tech did on the new air unit, the little what do you want to call it? The little sketch that he.
Oh, that was funny.
That was parody thing.
Yeah, the short. Oh man.
Yeah. He basically printed up a mock-up of what you can download what the new air unit might look like. And he bolted a computer heatsink on top of it. I mean, that thing is just freaking ginormous, okay? And he's like, well, the good news is, on straightforward flight, the prop for the cooling actually gives it additional thrust. Because, I mean,
I'm trying to find it.
As it leans forward, and you got the fan on here that'll suck it along and cools the unit at the same time. But apparently, freaking DJI got their panties in the water over that one. Apparently, they try to stir some shit with them on that.
I'm trying to, maybe he probably took it down. I'm trying to see if I can find the.
No, he did not take it down.
Oh man, I'm looking to see if I can find it here. I think it's what it's got. That's HD0. I'm seeing like I said, if I can run into his. I don't know how to navigate. Let's see if I can find you. Let's see. See if I can find the search.
There it is.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard to navigate to look for to find that. But
oh, you can play it without the sound, right?
yeah, of course. Yeah, I've got my sound off for here. But yeah, anyway, it's. I just thought.
There he is.
Are you able to find it?
Yeah, I've got it.
I'm in the.
So there's the mock-up air unit, and there's the heat sink to go with it.
Put that thing on. Put that on full. Yeah, look at that. Put that on full screen. That is impressive. He's got that giant AMD friggin' cooling fan on there at the friggin'. You've got the very creative. You're going to need your own GPU to run the new air unit. Cease and desist. That is huge. Oh man.
And he goes in big detail and know how there's different fans available, with going different colors and stuff.
Yeah,
it is quite entertaining what he put together.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one for sure when I saw that. It just took me a couple of seconds to really appreciate the amount of creativity that went into. He is a good resource for sure, and I think everybody kind of already kind of knows that.
I think he's like an electrical engineer or something.
Yeah. He's got a good sense of humor too. So
yeah, no, he does some deep dives into the water and the goggles too. Breaking it down to board level and looking at the boards and looking at different components on it. And you want to learn about the insides of these new units, go on his channel. So, of course, he's a Brit, so there's always the time difference. But no, we're not going to hold that against him.
I'm one of those people that has always from the beginning, from the outset of gimbals and drones and stabilizing video, and I've always been a proponent of an electronic answer to that the drone would be the flying camera, but it would also be the camera source, and it would also stabilize it within the software. There'd be no moving parts, and I see that coming. And I think all of these manufacturers, and including Caddx, who's basically making walk snail, is going to give us a good version of that. Caddx has got the advantage of a following, but DJI is getting a pretty equal following, but they're different. One is more plug and play ready, and the other side is a little bit more conducive to people that are more inclined to be able to build. And I think
Well,
there's good.
HD Zero now has, well, they put a goggle up for pre-order
Right.
at $599, which seems to be customary price for goggles these days.
Right.
And it's
What's
a beta at best right now. There's a couple alpha units out. Johnny Five in Houston, his buddy Joe Mama has one of the alpha goggles. So they're playing with it. I don't care for the way that HD Zero breaks up and HD Zero recording. I went to the walks now because of the onboard recording capability. I know I'm going to be able to fly under 250 and have it recorded, and then I can shove it through gyroflow for stabilization if need to be. It's 1080 footage. It's not National Geographic, but I'm not looking to do National Geographic footage.
right. I'm trying to find these guys have got the prototypes. Let me just see here. I'm on Johnny Fives right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to find a good still shot of it. It's hard to. I wished he would just set it down and would have taken a picture, but he didn't do that. But these are definitely heavily customized. I gotta. I'll use this shot real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, it's so let's see. Sure, let's see.
Apparently, True RC is coming up with another set of antennas for those goggles, specifically for the HD Zeros.
You like where I froze the screen?
Yeah.
All right. But they look pretty nice. They look like they have all the things that all the new goggles have. They've got the adjustable diopters in them.
Yeah.
He's
No,
definitely
they've got HDMI in, they got HDMI out, they've got a bay for analog module that you can order for this.
you can get inside of the
Gotta come with it, but you got to buy it, and you can buy it separately. Right now, it's only like $29, but it's going to be like $60.
Yeah,
for the final version.
they probably fit good. Oh man!
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about the fit, but apparently you can download the shell of a Thingiverse and print it out for yourself, and I guess you can look at the fitment that way. But,
yeah, I have yet to see any fit solutions for the DJI goggles too yet. I have not seen anything, and I haven't looked really hard.
The problem with the goggles too is that the foam snaps in place and doesn't Velcro in place.
Did you see?
They had put it on the Velcro like they did the previous models, it would have been real easy just to come up with a shim under for the lower part,
right,
where you have them square on your face.
Did you see RC shims when he has the diopters that he puts in? So then you can just that would give it a little bit more. I don't know if that'd be a solution to already have
the thing is, the way they're sitting on the face, the bottom needs to come up.
Right. I agree. You need to tilt. They just need to tilt out.
You need a shim under the bottom part.
If those things could be just brought out or tilted out, we're talking like a quarter of an inch.
Yeah.
It's that much. And And like you're saying, you need a complete insert. And I've seen some people that basically took like window stripping, and they basically took the nose ridge, and then under the eyes they just added this little piece of foam right here, which brings them up.
Yeah.
But obviously that takes some of the seal. I'm going to try to do something like that. I'm going to but that's stupid. I want them to fit right. I don't want to have window trim freaking or window seal on my my expensive goggles. Of course, the new ones, the goggles light, are going to have that all fixed.
Actually, I'll answer Dustin's question here. There is such a thing as a module. I'm going to pull that up right here, and then I'm going to share it on the screen.
Yes.
So, go away. So, Dustin, yes, there's a VRX. It's on pre-sale. They're selling this month.
Yeah.
Johnny Dronefly, I don't know what Avada you're talking about. But yeah, Dustin, go on the CADX website. They're pre-order right now, $199 with the mini VTX, and then you can go to the micro or the nano kit, which is the full VTX units, and then it comes to $239. The single VRX is just $189, which I don't even know that that's going to be a deal right now. But yeah, the regular VRX will be $240. So right now everything is way on sale. So yes, you can get a module ordered. They will ship out on December 10th. I know a couple of resellers here in the States have them for pre-order too, but I don't know what the timeline on those is. So
that's well built. That looks nice.
So if you have analog goggles and you want to try walk snail, there's a cheap way to try it out. And if it doesn't suit you, I mean, you're going to be pretty much able to sell it for what you've got in it.
Would you say that was 150 on sale, something like that?
No, it's $199 with the mini.
There we go, $239. Okay.
The mini kit, the whoop board, whatever you want to call it, and this one right here. And then there's the Avatar Micro or Nano kit. They're both $240, which is still pretty dang compatible, seeing that the HD0 module, just the module by itself, was like $250 these days. And that doesn't include a VTX. And this is a complete kit. So you got the receiver to bolt on your goggles. And then you have, I think you still need to buy 2 antennas, because it doesn't come, I'm not sure which, no, apparently it does come with antennas. Yep, it comes with antennas, but the antennas are known not to be very good. But for now, there's 2 patches in the module, and then 2 antennas to screw on. Yeah, there they are.
Yeah. Let's see.
So you got everything to get started with.
I just wanted to see how that connected. I'm looking at it right now. I'm on race day quads, and
it connects via HDMI cable.
Well, just where is it adhesive? How does it stick onto the goggle?
No, it's got this little
okay,
little tabs like a GoPro mount type thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Finally, you kind of went by that, and I'm just wanted to see how it was installed onto the front of the goggle. And then all your, well, that's done pretty slick. And like I said, you got built-in antennas, and then you can add 2 more.
If you look at this right here, there's your goggles, there's a module, and there's a little 3D printed part that you can hook around the fan cover.
They should sell that part. Since that's what almost everybody's going to be doing. Huh. But
Well,
they're putting their time in trying to get people to use their gear. I mean, they're in it. They're in it to win. They're not in it for
yeah,
part
no,
fun here.
this month there's a big special run, and they also have a special on goggles and receivers, or not receivers, VTXs.
This is the time where we get that Christmas special too, or the Black Friday.
Here you have the goggles and 2 VTXs for $758. Now you can choose either 2 micro, 2 nano, or 1 micro and 1 nano. And Fat Shark actually has a special going where they have $150 off on their goggle. I saw that on the Rotorite. Where's the old Rotorite at? There they are. FPV Essentials. Fat Shark. Yep. They're still doing the 30-day money back guarantee, which you need to be enjoying with caution. It only goes for the goggles and the VTXs. And if you bought a bundle was a drone, then the drone itself is not part of that. It's kind of weird. But I saw Race Day Quads does the goggles with $150 gift card now.
So that's not a bad deal getting into it. I mean, you're getting in deep and you're able to basically modify at least 2 of your quads with for under $800. So you're still under 1,000. Then if you're a person like me who doesn't have a controller, that leaves you plenty of money under $1,000 to have pretty much a digital set.
I bought the Meteor that has the mini VTX in it. And I bought another VTX to stick into the Beetle, but that's the full micro unit in there. And then I just received a couple more.
So here's that
I got 2
kit.
more minis and 1 more micro.
Here's those 3 kits that they basically come in. That's a pretty good deal. If you look through the 3 bind and fly kind of kits here, I've got it up. If you wanted to look at that.
Yeah.
So you've,
I know I'm
I would probably go
I
with
would
something
be
like this.
really interested in a Cinnabon combo.
This the bigger. I'd be more interested in the smaller into the meteor size or
Well, the Meteor was ideal for me because that is actually small enough to fly in the house.
well, the Firefly 2S would be fun too. It's those props are not that big. You just get a bunch of props because you're gonna chew up some of those. What's cool about the Meteor is you can go outside or inside.
There is a prop course available for the Firefly.
Oh, for there. But that 649, you can go either way over there for 649, or you can go with Cinnabot and I just slap the Action 2 on there and bang. I've got a full on full fledged 6S, Cinewhoop, and that would, if I wanted to dink around and do a little bit of fancy flying, that thing would easily do it. With 6S, you can do dives, you can do all kinds of crazy crap with that. But that's still 749. Then now you're just putting you're getting it with whatever receiver, and then once again you're getting a $150 controller, and bang, you're in again for under $1,000, and all of those options. And that's kind of that I've been toying with that. I got to figure this out before I get any further. That's why I've been kind of moving slow. I'm either going to try this system here, so I'll have something to bounce back and forth on, because I'm really having a lot of trouble going back. I have a hard time thinking I have to fly another GPS quad. some of us get excited about that. I'm just like, gosh, I've pretty much done that. I've done that over and over again, and to me that's just more. I was really excited when DJI was coming out with their new with the Avata. I'm like, oh God, finally something different, something that's going to be challenging to fly. And this thing allows you to fly just another whole class. You can, you get into because a lot of it's plug and play even with this. So now we're plugging in, into the system that of your choice, your whatever you decide for your control links, what's going to be your control system. And now you've got your VTX ready to, plug and play. You can just plug it in, bang. And now you're into one thing, and you're pretty much close to what DJI is doing. Well, with a lot more flexibility. Because these guys will improve that. They'll they'll improve their video quality and their latency issues, and their cameras they're gonna mess around with different cameras for that, and they'll probably eventually throw on some kind of stabilized camera with a gyro in it. So bang, now you've got what almost everybody wants: keeping it light, sub 250, fly in your yard, buzz around trees, be.
Well, I'm really hoping that 108 regulation was the sheltered operations, whatever they call that, flying below treetop level.
Yeah.
It's actually going to become a thing.
I'm having a lot of fun being close to the ground. I told you I was watching the Idaho quadcopter, and he was showing off his X8, and everything was so high. He was 100 feet in the air, 1,000 feet above the canyon, at least 1,000 feet. Okay, once you leave that cliff, he's 1,000 feet above that canyon. You can't see anything. And the cool thing, I'm an RC shim kind of thinker. What would it be like if we could get down in the canyon? Let's freaking make that fun. And then get along that river, and then buzz around, and then freaking come back up the canyon. Now that's cool crap. That's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And that's what I think. That's what my brain is doing now, is that's the kind of flying I like to do. I'm starting to get more adventurous flying through things, and I don't mind hitting things because if you got your bumpers, man, you can hit stuff.
Well, I think one more cell that we need to mention. Autel has their Black Friday already rolled out.
That's a really good deal there with 3 batteries.
That's the Nano Plus was premium bundle for $709.
Yeah, it's $1,000 normally, so that's basically what I was into it with. I had 2 batteries, and I bought my battery second. I think I paid 700 for the one battery, and then I added another battery, so I was in about 760.
And it's across all colors, so there's no just one color that they make cheap. They want across the board.
I have only one criticism of the Autel Nano, is that I finally was able to find an ND filter for it. It was really expensive, and it doesn't feel like it's worth $700. So when you're holding it, to me, when I hold $700, it feels like $700. Okay, that doesn't. I mean, there's a tactile feel that, all of us that have bought expensive things, we have to feel, and when we don't, we're disappointed. I'm very happy with how it flew, by the way. So as much as um, the Autel drone it has great footage. I got great footage from it. Probably didn't do it justice, but sometimes it feels like it's $600 or $700, and sometimes it doesn't. And these things here feel like they feel like 600 or 700 bucks. This feels like a gold mine in my hand. And I am not disappointed at all, except for the freaking face plate. But these things are ready to go. I can stick them on and bam, I'm up and flying.
Yeah, no, the goggles need some work.
It makes you angry that they didn't, do some more modeling when they decided to build those goggles on. They didn't do any more of a user thing. I mean, they did a really good job with the engineering, like they always do, but the ergonomics are huge for flyers. I mean, the size and the feel,
Yeah.
but it is tough. You've got to I've got to ride them up, and I have to cut out some of what I see. I have to really concentrate to know my battery time. It's not just easy there. It's not just right in the middle, which would be another easy thing for them to do with firmware. Just, allow for an option to move the on-screen display, information somewhere. Some of us don't care. We'll stick it, if we're flying, stick it in the middle of the goggle. And I want to see that stuff. I want to know where I'm at. I want to know the percentage, because when they're flying FPV, that there's a certain battery percentage where you change your flying style, and you start to, work your way down, and you work your way to using up the end of your battery. You don't have a lot left, but you need to be able to see that information, and to not have it, where it needs to be, which is in your field of view. I think I did narrow down my field of view. I think I did finally move it in, but that doesn't bring it up. So we're still looking down here. Like I said, if those goggles are leveled out, now it's there. That's why would be really interested in seeing what it looks like through the Walk Snail avatar goggles. Because it'd be nice to know, okay, this is what it should be. Oh crap. because I'm almost sure that I would put those on, and I would be, because I've never heard you complain about them ever. You've
No,
never,
I can see everything in the goggle.
not one
I
time
mean,
have I heard you complain.
no, they fit well. I can see everything, and actually they introduced new fonts for the OSD, and there's a guy by the name of Shannon that uploaded another set of fonts, and I've installed all those, and now like the battery indicator, you
Uh-huh.
know how you get different levels of batteries showing.
Right.
They now have it to where, you know, when the battery's full, the inside is green, and then it changes to yellow when it's like half full, and when it's getting down to empty, it turns to red. So you really don't even have to pay attention to your voltage anymore. Just, you know, take the visual clues.
I like that. Or like you're saying, put it somewhere in your peripheral vision.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm green, green, or yellow, yellow. All right. That's all the input we need as a pilot.
yeah.
And then when we get to red, bang. Okay, we know we're mission critical. It's time to go and bring it in. Let's, I'll give it my last 30 seconds. And oh yeah, I mean, that's user friendliness, that's
Well, when you fly it and you're starting to get to getting low signal, video signal, you know, you first you have the little break up on the sides,
right.
and then it pops up with a red frame around when you critical.
Yeah, that's the advantage of that. Well, that was the problem with the HD0 is when you went to break up, you're screwed. It was too late. You need to have that variance. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
getting a little bit too far. I got to bring it around, or I got to change its orientation. All those things are really super helpful. It's the part of the user experience, and there are different ways of getting the user information other than showing it numbers. There's a lot more. And I think DJI knows that, but I don't think they get it. How well, when you're immersed in flying, you don't want to you want to concentrate on flying, not you know necessarily look for details and numbers, which some people can do really well. And
Yeah.
um,
No,
anything,
I just Voxel does it for me. I get the recordings. I've got what 3 quads converted over to Voxel now. I've got that 4-inch shocker. I've got the little 3-inch Beetle,
hey,
and then I've got the little 40 mil or 75.
so how much you have into
Beetle.
Walksnail right now? How much? What's your investment? $1,000, twelve
A
hundred?
bit more than that because I just bought 3 more VTXs.
Oh boy, so you're probably in about $2,000 now, huh?
Nah,
Not that
nah.
much. 1,500,
About 1,300, I think.
13. That's really good. You've That's really good.
Well,
You've converted every
Cadex
one of
had
your
Cadex had a thing where if you show them proof that you own 6 or more of the DJI Vistas or Air units, they would send you a coupon for 40% off for up to 6 VTXs.
and that's what you did. And that's
Um,
good. So what'd you pay for those
that's
three?
why I've got these 3 now.
What'd you pay for those three then with the 40% off?
What's right at 270, I think.
Wow, that is freaking good. That's some good shopping there, Kai.
So yeah, no,
That's
I'm
some
I'm
great
just,
bargain shopping. You're
you
good at
know,
that. You're good with just having stuff like sitting in the wings. So when you get it, you can just get a frame and just bang, you can throw it, you're already ready to throw it together because you already have a lot of the easy
well, I
part is
still got
already
this
done.
thing to build too. And I'm trying to figure out which route I'm going with this thing yet. this thing where I have the top plates made for
That's a
walks now.
That's 5-inch frame, isn't it?
Nope, 4-inch.
All right. Your hands are getting smaller.
It's gonna be sub 250.
Your hands are getting smaller.
Now this is gonna be sub 250 4-inch.
I mean, you're flying digital with
I'm
everything.
actually digging a real another frame right now that is available at CNC Madness. There we go. Let me pull this up. There we go. CNC Man is a machine shop that will cut frames. And here is a 4.5-inch frame that's going to be sub 250. Matter of fact, here's the picture. What's the battery? He's at 186.5. And that looks like a 5. No, it looks like a 300 4S battery on that thing. So, I mean, if you put a battery on it, you're going to be right at 200. There's room. And this runs on 2005 or 2004 motors. So
that thing's really slim too. There's side, yeah. Look at that. He's got that thing slimmed out.
And that's actually the Walksnail Mini VTX in there. So you got your VTX on the top, you got an all-in-one at the bottom. These are, I believe these are 2004 motors.
Boy, that is an efficient build. I call that super efficient. Remember how big things used to be? Just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That thing is getting thin. And he's got these big ass. So he's putting the weight where it belongs on the motors, you know, the stuff that moves it around. I mean, the stuff that makes it fun to fly. So he's got all the weight.
And Dustin, yes, I am converting one of the wings over to Walksnail. Actually, I'm building the Drift, the ZOHD Drift. We'll get a Walksnail. And what was the method of proving? You send them a picture of the quads that have the vistas in it, and then they want a proof of purchase. And I had to dig through some of my online accounts to dig up.
I didn't tell you, my neighbor had a buddy that was over. I had to leave. I was leaving town, and he was flying wings around here. He was just flying them on our street. And he had 2 of those really cheap, he was flying with an old D8 controller, and he had 2 of these cheap flying wings, one, and then he had a VTOL, the inexpensive ones. And he was just ripping around here, and it was so quiet.
Yeah.
Just
they are quiet because you ain't got but one motor on them.
He was flying with a 1S battery on his smallest one, and then he was only flying 2S with these were 2. No, both of these had 2 motors on both of these. They were just. I'm actually. And he almost sold me on just going and buying one. They're really inexpensive, the real cheap home planes, and just took it, tossed it in the air, and he was just buzzing all over the place. And then he had, like you said, he had one of the larger, probably a 1 meter size VTOL wing, and with the 3 motors. And he had bought from somebody for real cheap. And he's going to take it all apart, and he's just going to throw it in a new fuselage. But it was cool. It was fun watching them just buzzing around here, though, especially the little one. It was just
Yeah, Blizzard. This actually is the Carnage. This is the Carnage 4.5. It comes like in 3 sizes. You got the Carnage 3.5, 4-inch, and 4.5. But I mean, the thing with Walksnail was the wood board. It's like 11 grams with antenna and camera and everything. With recording capability, I mean, we want to stay on the 250. That's the way to go. When I saw Walksnail come out with this unit, I actually put it on my Facebook and wherever. This was a game changer, big time game changer. Because now we can stay under the 250 comfortably
this
without
was
having anything naked.
this was one of the wings he had right here, right there. That one.
Yeah, that's the VTOL. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was pretty beat up. It was, but it had instead of you see how the wingtips are curved up. His were curved down.
Yeah.
His were curved down the other way.
There's a
taco time.
yeah. There's a different version of that.
Okay. We'll see it.
At Horizon Hobby.
Yeah,
I don't think that one you can get anymore.
But this is WL Toys X450. Yeah, it was probably a 450 class. It was probably about that size. And then he had some smaller ones, and I was going to see if I could find. Anyway, you know, it's the toy quads or the toy RC planes. But it was really fun watching them fly. It got me excited. I was like, oh man, that was. I only had a small amount of time to watch him fly, but he was just all over the place. And it got me looking again. It got me looking for, because they're so cheap. I think he was in all 3 of those planes like $200. But anyway, yeah. I'm gonna have to close her down here. But yeah, it was fun. It was just fun to get excited. It's fun to get excited again. And I have, I fell into a rut, and I'm getting myself out of the rut. I'm not buying stuff. I'm getting rid of stuff that I really am not having fun with. And I'm still trying to get rid of my Mavic 3. It'll be impossible to get rid of it now unless I give it away. So it's going to take some time. Christmas will get rid of it. I'm going to end up.
Dart 250 was on my list of things, but then this the drift popped up on a local on a good price, and I just went out and grabbed the drift. But yeah, I mean, now that we have a lightweight almost said a VTX, digital VTX. Yeah. We're going to have some fun yet.
I haven't watched Ed Ricker at all. I'm actually, it's been forever. And I think he reminds me of exactly what I'm thinking. I think that's what happened to him is he found FPV and he hasn't looked back. And his channel, he was, pretty much doing a lot of the.
Well, you got to go get tacos. I got to give my lady some help. She just came home from grocery shopping.
All righty. So, if you have not, like and subscribe, please. If you have not, make sure you have given us at least a thumbs up. I would appreciate that.
Yep. If you could all hit the thumbs up on the way out, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm
appreciate y'all hanging out with us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a stream on Friday. We'll see how that Friday goes, but I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to move anybody. Oh boy, the moving company
again.
Yeah. So Of course, nothing went in that move like it was supposed to. So,
And Fly Zone Drones shows up as we're leaving.
yeah, this is his time. This is a. Maybe we should go some. Maybe we should do some later streams. Maybe move it to 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock time where we're done eating or something. I don't know. That would be a hoot to try it out, But like I said, that's our chill out time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing some later ones. I kind of like the evening. I like the evening lighting and stream stuff, and
No,
it's a different crowd.
you're an hour later than me, so
Yeah, I get the UK people. If I run my stream at night, like if I go at like 10 o'clock at night or 8 or 9 o'clock at night, the UK people, it's morning for them. So I'm getting the people waking up at 6 on Sunday if I'm Saturday night. So that's kind of interesting because I don't get a chance to to see those guys as much because it's so bad. The times are so funky. All righty, let's close this puppy down.
yeah, let's wrap it up because I think we both have things to do.
Yeah, I got
You
tacos.
got tacos to eat, and I got to see what my better half brought home.
I want to thank you again, Kai. I was bouncing stuff off of him for about the last month about this computer thing that I've got going on, and I think I got it straightened out. So I wanted to thank you about that again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think I'm in a good place with my computer now, and as cheap as I am. So,
Mikey, email me. LoneStarUAV@gmail.com. We'll get it figured out. Or you get me on Messenger too. So, but for now, I think it's just time to say goodbye and thank y'all for hanging out with us. And we shall see you next Tuesday for the giveaway.
oh yes, the big giveaway coming up, the big hat.
We're gonna give away a hat, and I'll throw on some stickers on it. But that'll be our Thanksgiving stream because
oh yeah,
Thursday is Thanksgiving, and then after that, it's the mad holidays.
oh yeah, we got the yeah. Well,
And
after
what we were going to do today, we'll do next week.
well, we'll be doing the Black Friday shopping stuff too, or the Cyber Monday stuff too. So, because hopefully there'll be some fun deals. All righty, have a good one.
Have a good one. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank you.